Greetings, Professor. I am Rodrigo Martinez. My team and I are going to explain our project called Didactic Electronic. Our project consists of gathering electronic information necessary for learning or work, where we first gather data on how other similar applications operate. We review case by case to verify their manageability process. Once all the information related to our application has been gathered, we begin with the first step. In the first step, excuse me, we collect the data assignment for resistors where they are recognized by colors. As you can see in this image, many resistors can be assigned by these different kind of colors, and every color means different measures. So the next step are the related projects. You can see this name called electrode. You can assign resistors or a source of a diode. Another project is called a basic course for electronic. Another project is called every circuit, where you can see a complex of a source, an inductor, and diode. So, uh, following an information sample of what is intended to be done with the application. To configure the resistor selection part, the Python programming language was used where we could enter the inputs and according to that our results will come out, followed by the compilation process of our work with other additional things was carried out. And finally, for my presentation, I'm going to show you the first image of what is about to be our app or application. You can see there is our project called electronic, where I could press the button install, and then many other things was about to do. So I have to assign this app with my email, and then after that we can execute this app. So I pass the word to my partner Daniel Goman, and it's all for me.
Good afternoon, Professor. I am the student from Amani, and I will present the model of the project application. First of all, what we did a focus on how we want the app to look like, and from there we saw how to model it. Well, that was using in online model software. The software mainly helped us to outline what is the app, giving us some advantage for its creation, but it is also a paid software. Did not let us use it all the tools available. And the application is promote a more didactic learning about electronics and provide different tools, and as you can see below, uh, our our as you can see at the moment, um, can see the at moment four sectors. The first one is a sector where we put a basic course, um, of, of electronics. In case the person home, how download the app does not have much knowledge about the subject way it's help him. um, After we have the next sector, we'll find practically a resistance calculator, where you only need to play the color of the bands of the resistors to represent the calculars of the resistance. Um, um, as you can see, it's much easier to calculate a resistance instantly. Then I think we have the sector of news and curiosities. Here we had a problem at the time of meaning both sectors, and therefore both have the same name, uh, but well, as I said, it is a sector of news and curiosities, basic of electronics, where the user can visit and navigate in different tabs to find out um, new news about electronics around the world. Um, um, the thing to finish, will show you that application um, itself is already available for the loader. Just what we do is go to the link um, uh, that already have implicit, and then we wonder be shown this um, um, which is basically the app and introduced is in the creator, uh, in the creator says e, EAI group, and those initials come from our care, which is itself electronics and industrial automation. um, uh, well, this would be mostly the demonstration of the modeling of our app, and as any application is in testing, it is not the final version. It's in its first phase, and in the future is we want the app to grow, being able to implement other sectors, more tools, and perhaps we can also improve the interface of the application. Well, thanks you for your attention, and this will be didactic electronics.
Okay. Um, Hello, teacher. My full name is Daniel Jared Juan Flores, and I will tell you about the experience phase. First of the tell you that our app will have several processes with bases in Python language and in the future. So we will increase the functionals that we have programmed, and I will comment on this. First programming is solve association of several resistors in series or parallel circuits. In this case, we observe the functions used to perform the encoding. For example, for and int, float, input, and print. Okay, we tested it. For example, resistors. For example, few resistors value. For example, 100, 200. Okay, equivalent resistor is 300 ohms. Okay, the next programming is the parallel circuit. It is similar to the previous one because it is simply the sum of its bars. We tested it. Okay, resistors, for example, resistor value, for example, 2000 and 300, 200 and 300. Okay, resistor equivalent is its value. Okay, next the programming of this code that indicates the colors of the resistance starting from its value in ohms. Okay, in this case we observe the function used to perform the encoding. For example, print and int and length and input. Okay, we tested it. For example, value resistor is 1000. It is the value colors, equivalent colors. Okay. Next the programming. Here is code that allows us to carry out Ohm's law later on. In this case, we observe the functions used to perform the encoding. For example, if, leave, as, print, input. Okay. We tested it. For example, is voltage current and amperes. For example, 2 amperes. And resistor 3 ohms. Okay, 6 voltage. Thanks, teacher. It's finished.